So very much relevant to our topic just now.
Mm-hmm.
A bride whose wedding I was going to do said that, Maharaj, we are having a ring, and her mum was saying that, could you please, priest, tell them it's very costly. Tell her not to buy such a costly ring. And I said, come on, it mustn't be too much money. And she said, no, it's 5,000
Wow.
pounds.
Wow.
I said, is it? And then I looked at the bride and she said, what? My sister married and she got such a nice ring, and I should at least have that kind of ring. Otherwise, all my life I will feel lesser of a person compared to my sister, that my sister got a better house, better money, better
Mm.
gifts, and I'm not getting it. And I think my husband is also rich enough as much as my sister's husband is. So I do deserve it, I think. It's my wedding.
That's right. Yeah.
And now, as you can see, it's the connection. So you are trying to relate with others
Mm.
and then match it with yourself.
That's right.
Mm.
We
So-
actually have a bride to be here.
Yeah.
Harpreet, just tell us a little bit. 5,000 pounds on a ring, too much or exactly the right price?
It's more than my ring.
Do you agree that your wedding day it's once in a lifetime, so you should actually go all out and full blown?
I think you should go just as far as you can afford. At my wedding, we sat down as a family, discussed what our budget should be, and we're sticking to that, and everyone's working to it as a team. And it's not a low end, but it's not a 100 grand wedding either. It's somewhere in between what we can afford and what how we want to treat our guests. It's nice. It's a nice wedding.
Yeah, sure.
That's actually something that we generally ask our clients, is what their budget is, because that way then you've got something to work towards, as opposed to just throwing off ideas. Because we always say to our clients, look, there's no point in us finding such venues for you or such menus for you if it's not going to be within your means, or it's above your means. So if they want something that's more elaborate, we're not going to give them something standard. And likewise the other way around. So finding out a budget is very important. So like I said, sticking towards that budget is very crucial.
Do both of you, when people come to you, the groom or the bride, and they're about to get married, do you kind of keep them in a reality check, so to speak, on where the budget is going and how lavish it's becoming if you think they can't afford it?
But basically, what we do is we cater for the whole range. We have kind of packages to suit them. So look, depends what you can afford. They hear about things, a storyboard and so on. But first, the initial thing is they always try to get quotes on the phone. And the thing is, you can't sell them anything on the phone because they can't see a product, what you're producing. So the first initial thing is to get them into your office or studio and see, look, this is a product we produce, what interests you. And then from there we work down and say, look, they can't afford a big package, so look, we narrow it down. The idea is we work with them as much as we can. But the other side of it is that I think we're second or third generation of marriages now. And where the problem, the good thing is that these people are professionals now. They got money, the solicitors, the accountants, the doctors. They want,
They want
what they want with the cranes, and they want the big photography thing. They want the best caterers there is and so on.
But you do menswear.
That's right, yes.
And so are the grooms coming in and asking for really high-end suits, or are they pretty low-key?
Actually, I'll probably surprise you with this one, because I find that actually grooms are a lot more sensible.
I'm not surprised.
They literally come in. Some of them know what they want, some of them don't. But because we do quite a big product range, there's always something there that anybody can afford. Whether you're somebody who wants a low-budget wedding, or whether you're somebody who wants a real high-end, lavish affair, we can cater for all of them. But it's understanding your customer. And I think if you're an industry professional and you've been established for a long time, the essence of your business is that basically you make sure that the customer, when they leave your shop, that they've left happy with what they've got, with something that is a product that is going to suit them for the day, that is going to actually give them what they want. And it doesn't have to cost the earth. It can be, you can just base it according to each and every single one. Yes, we do get the grooms coming in saying, right, we want something absolutely spectacular and make me a suit of my own design. Yeah, fine, if that's what you want, we can do it. Then at the other side of it, we'll get the customer that will say, oh, look, I don't want to spend too much money. I'm being a bit careful. Fine, we'll do something for them. And I think it's really understanding your customer, which is where the industry sort of comes in. And if you understand your customer, then you'll provide the right service.
I think most of the time the customer doesn't even understand what it is that they want
Yeah.
going into getting, planning a wedding. In my experience, my friends who recently gotten married might approach the idea of setting up a wedding with quite a conservative budget, then go into it and realize actually getting married is a very costly event, and you can't do it in a few £1,000s. If you want to have a lot of people there and you want to have any kind of elegance, you need to spend a certain amount of money. Now, you said grooms are a little bit more sensible. I know for a fact that us women are not so much so. Wedding lehengas are outrageously priced, thousands of pounds for an outfit that you might wear twice, might wear it at your own wedding and a party for someone else, and that's it. And then it will sit and collect dust. Do you think, now we have a couple of women here, do you think that makes a lot of sense? I mean, I know that on my wedding I wanted to look amazing and I wanted my dress to be perfect. However, when I did go wedding shopping, the prices of certain outfits really threw me for a loop, and I couldn't get my head around the fact that something you're going to wear a day could cost more than a couple of months' salary.
I mean, choosing now a wedding outfit, I want something nice, but I'm not going to pay thousands of pounds for an outfit I'm going to wear once.
What would be your absolute cutoff?
£1,000 probably. I think £1,000 I think is reasonable for a wedding day outfit. I wouldn't pay much more than that.
So did you notice, and Harpreet, you guys can both answer, when you start doing your wedding preparations, and well, you're both in the industry, so you probably had more sense than I did. When you start doing your wedding shopping, you go out and you're kind of blown away with how expensive everything is.
It is extortionate, yes. But again, you have to be reasonable within your budget, within your capabilities of what you can afford. I think nowadays, you say about wedding lehengas, you want to look different on your wedding day.
Yep.
And I think a lot of women nowadays are wearing things heavier, and it's got to a point, and sometimes you can't even tell who the bride is.
Exactly.
So you have to go all out.
Yeah.
You have to go all out, and that's where the excess comes in. So again, it can't be helped. It has to be done.
I guess, I mean, if you're looking at it from the point of view that hopefully you're only getting married once, emphasis on hopefully, that it'll be all worth it. However, I know I'm coming back to the same point that more of us are getting divorced, so I don't know, is it worth it? Pritpal, Bhavik,
I
Suk,
think-
Harpreet, anybody?
I think I have to say that I can't believe that anybody can say that it's not worth it, because it's your wedding at the end of the day, and you're not going out with the intention of getting divorced.
No.
And I think you've got to look at your own situation.
Well, if we're not getting married with the intention of getting divorced, but more and more of us are getting divorced, we're getting prenups, because it's one thing to go into a wedding blind and think that it's guaranteed, because there is no guarantee. So I think being cautious of the pricing is a very practical thing to do.
In my experience, I've not had a single customer ever come to me, even thinking that I'm going to save money just in case anything happens. And I think it's one of the things, it doesn't matter how much you try and educate people and what you do with that side of it. I think you'll find that most people still want to make sure their wedding day is their special day. And it can be done at whatever level.
Well, we've been talking about Asian marriages and whether they're too extravagant and too lavish. Are we just trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to outdo each other? I don't know if we've actually really gotten to the bottom of it. I think that we are. However, most of my panelists don't agree with me. You've been watching Broken Silence. I'll be back next week, same time, same place.